Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a pretty interesting story coming out of Nvidia's Quantum Day event, where CEO Jensen Huang did something you don't see every day. He basically admitted he was wrong. Jensen Huang on Thursday walked back comments he made in January, when he cast doubt on whether useful quantum computers would hit the market in the next 15 years. He made the comments at Nvidia's Quantum Day event. Huang said, "This is the first event in history where a company CEO invites all of the guests to explain why he was wrong. In this video I will give you an in-depth analysis on what happened at the event, and I'll show you a Bloomberg video clip from IonQ Executive Chairman 𝗣𝗟𝗏𝗧, one of the quantum computing companies Nvidia invited on stage at the event. We'll also dive in deep on why IonQ is one of the best quantum stock to add to your portfolio today. A company so revolutionary, it makes Tesla look like a slow-moving dinosaur. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about a leap so significant it could redefine the very fabric of our technological landscape. This company, a pioneer in their field and a giant in the making, is not just participating in the quantum computing race. They are setting the pace, defining the standards, and leading the way. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. If you only watch one video today, make sure you watch this one, all the way till the end. We're going to unpack the implications of this Nvidia U-turn, what it means for the future of quantum computing, and how it could potentially affect you. We're talking about potentially massive returns for early investors. The financial implications are enormous, and those who get in early could see unprecedented gains. But first, hit that like button. Let's get 1,000 likes on this one. Share the video and leave your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next important financial investing update. Today's video is sponsored by my good friends at Forecaster Terminal, the best stocks analysis software I use in finding these incredible stocks. More on that later. Let's go straight to IonQ Executive Chairman 𝗣𝗟𝗏𝗧.
What was interesting in the conversation with Jensen Huang is that you were balanced in saying, I don't think we necessarily agree on everything here still. Let's start with the main point, which is, did we define usefulness? And do you have a sense that Jensen Huang has changed his timeline of when he thinks usefulness of your industry will be achieved?
Well, I think today was kind of the purpose of today was to bring that timeline in, right, to kind of take back what it is that he had said before. He said it on stage, I think twice. It was his mea culpa.
Yes.
Right? So that was the purpose of today's kind of...
He said that he would be the first CEO probably in history to invite a panel of people to tell him that he was wrong.
He was wrong, exactly. So, and it was funny today, just in general, we've been working with Nvidia on a demonstration for today that was with Nvidia, AWS, and AstraZeneca, where we gotten a 20x improvement on what we had done previously. Also, we had taken with ANSYS, with a product that they do, which is normally run on GPUs,
right,
and managed to get a 12% increase in using our quantum computers. So while those numbers are not really enough to take over the market, because usually you need 1 or 2 orders of magnitude to be disruptive to a market, the fact that we managed to do it on kind of our 36-qubit system is really quite remarkable.
Nvidia has a quantum computing business insofar as, and we got into it during the panel, that you have access to architecture, DGX, their high-performance GPUs,
yep,
also some software and open source solutions. And what they would say is that will help your engineers and computer scientists calibrate, reduce error counts, design better. Is that how it actually plays out for you?
Some aspects. We have a DGX cluster that we use for designing of the quantum computers. Not so much in the error correction aspect, that's something we do ourselves. But certainly we use a number of GPUs for designing the quantum computer itself. We also, for small qubit counts, because as soon as you get into beyond about 35 qubits, you can no longer simulate one of these on a GPU.
Right.
So for those, we actually run the simulation on a GPU just to make sure our hardware is working correctly. The problem is when you get to 64 qubits, you need 2.5 billion GPUs.
Because for each qubit you add, performance essentially doubles.
Doubles, right. And it means that the matrix math that you have to do suddenly is doubling as well. So basically, it's about 35 qubits to fully simulate it. You can only get it on a single DGX 100.
Peter, I've got to hold you to this, and I wonder if it ties into the new CEO and, just sort of reset a little bit. there's a difference between lab experiment and commercial use, making money, revenue generation. That's the question I get for you most.
Yes. So what Jensen said, one area we definitely agree on, which is you need to find a set of applications early on that you can start to make money on and to build that flywheel to be able to power your R&D. And so the examples we're talking today, for instance, in the chemistry application and also with ANSYS, is exactly those kinds of things. So that's exactly what our plan is.
Peter, you are the executive chairman now. You were CEO. 1 week ago, 𝗗𝗟𝗧 issued a short report on your stock, on your company. I just want to give you a chance to respond, as we've not had a chance to speak since then.
Sure. It's a short report. So their goal is obviously to try to cast doubt about the company and make money that way. Unfortunately, it's just if you're a public company, these are the kinds of things you have to endure. We don't put much credence to those things.
The last thing I want to ask you is about how big today was in the change of trajectory or momentum for your industry. Jensen Huang is a character, and he was honest on stage, but GTC is an incredible event. It has scale, it has eyeballs. Do you think you'll see something of substance come out of this for your company, for your sector?
It's certainly Jensen's goal was to give us the microphone today to be able to get out our story, and that's certainly important. But I say, if you were Sam Altman 5 years ago trying to convince the world that AI is coming, probably he wouldn't have been successful. And the question is how much time should Sam Altman try to convince the world AI is coming? Instead, just go back and actually make it happen. So in that sense, actually, it's probably not that significant. What really matters is actually going and doing it, not actually getting the message out.
So let's break this all down and analyze what went down at the event. At Nvidia's GTC conference, their CEO Jensen Huang straight up acknowledged that his comments earlier this year might have come out wrong. Now that's an unusual move for a CEO of his stature, but it's also a strategic one. He even opened with a joke, saying, "This is the first event in history where a company CEO invites all of the guests to explain why he was wrong." And that set the tone for a much more collaborative discussion with quantum computing experts and startups. In January, Huang suggested that 15 years would be an early estimate for when quantum computing would be commercially useful, and that a 20-year time frame was something a whole bunch of us would believe. That statement sent shockwaves through quantum computing stocks, and some companies took serious hits in valuation. But here's where it gets interesting. Huang compared these quantum startups to Nvidia's own early days, pointing out that Nvidia itself took more than 20 years to build out a fully developed business in software and hardware. So, in a way, he's now acknowledging that just because something seems far off doesn't mean it's impossible or that it won't become a major force in the future. Now let's talk about why this event was a big deal. Nvidia and the quantum computing industry haven't exactly been best friends. When Huang made his original comments, several quantum execs fired back at him. It was almost like an unspoken rivalry between traditional accelerated computing, which Nvidia dominates with its GPUs, and the emerging field of quantum computing, which could, in theory, disrupt the very industry Nvidia thrives in. But here's the twist. Nvidia actually has a vested interest in quantum computing. You see, even as quantum computers are being developed, much of the research is being done through simulations running on extremely powerful classical computers, the kind that Nvidia specializes in. And on top of that, some experts believe that even once quantum computers reach a useful stage, they'll still need traditional computers to function alongside them. So, in reality, Nvidia isn't ignoring quantum computing. In fact, they're working on ways to integrate GPUs with quantum chips, which could position them as a key player in the quantum revolution rather than a company that gets left behind by it. Let's zoom out a bit and talk about why quantum computing is such a big deal. Classical computers work with bits that are either 0 or 1, but quantum computers use qubits, which can exist in multiple states simultaneously due to quantum superposition. This means they can process vast amounts of information in parallel, making them theoretically capable of solving problems that would take classical computers millions of years. But here's the catch. No quantum computer has actually beaten a classical computer in solving a real-world, useful problem. Google did claim late last year that they discovered a way to do error correction, which is a huge step forward, but we're still in the very early days of this technology, and that's what makes Huang's remarks, and his walk back, so fascinating. He's acknowledging that while quantum computing is still insanely complicated and has major challenges ahead, dismissing its potential might not be the smartest move. Now, Nvidia is doubling down on quantum computing in an unexpected way. They just announced they're building a research center in Boston, where quantum companies can collaborate with researchers from Harvard and MIT. This isn't just a token investment. They're going to have racks of their Blackwell AI servers there, which means Nvidia wants to be right in the middle of the quantum computing ecosystem as it develops. So what's the big takeaway here? First, we just witnessed a rare moment where a CEO of a tech giant publicly admits he may have underestimated a disruptive technology. That alone is a sign that quantum computing is a field we should all be paying attention to. Second, Nvidia is not fighting against quantum. They're finding ways to work with it, ensuring that they stay relevant even if quantum computers become mainstream sooner than expected. This story highlights a crucial point. The future of computing isn't a battle between classical and quantum. It's likely going to be a hybrid world where both technologies work together to push the boundaries of what's possible. But what do you guys think? Do you believe quantum computing is still decades away, or do you think we'll see useful applications sooner than expected? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Alright, let's talk IonQ, ticker symbol IonQ. This company is not just another tech startup, it's a pioneer in a field that could redefine the very fabric of our technological landscape. Now you might not have heard of them yet, and that's perfectly understandable. Quantum computing is still a relatively niche topic, but it's gaining traction fast. But trust me, you will. IonQ is making waves in the tech community, and it's only a matter of time before they become a household name. IonQ is at the forefront of a technological revolution, and I'm not exaggerating. Their work is groundbreaking, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with computing. They're building the world's most powerful quantum computers. These machines are not just faster, they operate on principles that are fundamentally different from classical computers. Now I know what you're thinking. What the heck is quantum computing? And why should I care? It's a fair question, and the answer is both fascinating and complex. Well, imagine a computer so powerful it can solve problems in minutes that would take classical computers, even the supercomputers we have today, thousands of years. This isn't just a step forward, it's a quantum leap. That's the power of quantum computing. It's like comparing a candle to the sun. The potential applications are mind-boggling. We're talking about a level of computational power that can revolutionize industries. From cryptography to complex simulations, the possibilities are endless. We're talking about developing life-saving drugs, creating unbreakable encryption, designing entirely new materials, and revolutionizing artificial intelligence. The impact on healthcare, security, and technology will be profound. This isn't science fiction, people. This is happening right now. The future is unfolding before our eyes, and IonQ is at the helm of this transformation. Their technology is not just theoretical, it's practical and operational. They're making quantum computing accessible and usable today. Unlike some of their competitors who are still in the research and development phase, IonQ already has working quantum computers available through the cloud. This is a significant milestone. That's right. You can access their quantum power right now. This is not some distant dream, it's a present reality. Imagine the possibilities for businesses, researchers, and innovators who can tap into this technology. They're partnering with industry giants like Microsoft Azure and Amazon Web Services, making quantum computing accessible to businesses and researchers around the globe. This is huge. The democratization of such powerful technology will spur innovation in ways we can't even fully predict yet. This kind of accessibility is going to fuel innovation like we've never seen before. Startups, academic institutions, and even individual developers will have the tools to create the next big thing. But here's the kicker, and the reason I'm so bullish on IonQ. The potential for growth and innovation is astronomical, and the market is starting to take notice. IonQ's potential upside here is enormous. We're talking about a company that could redefine entire industries and create new ones we haven't even imagined yet. We're talking about a company that could be worth trillions of dollars in the future. Just imagine the possibilities. The scale of impact is almost unfathomable. Every industry, from healthcare to finance to materials science, will be impacted by quantum computing. The ripple effects will be felt across the global economy. And IonQ is perfectly positioned to capitalize on this massive growth opportunity. Their strategic partnerships and technological advancements set them apart. But don't just take my word for it. Dive into the research, explore the technology, and understand the market dynamics. Look at the team behind IonQ, look at their partnerships, and see the potential for yourself. The evidence is compelling. Look at the potential of quantum computing. The future is bright, and the opportunities are vast. I truly believe that IonQ is a once-in-a-generation investment opportunity. The convergence of technology, innovation, and market potential makes this a unique moment in time. So, there you have it. We've just scratched the surface of what could be one of the most transformative technologies of our time. Quantum computing isn't just a buzzword, it's a paradigm shift that promises to revolutionize industries from healthcare to finance, and even climate science. Imagine a world where complex problems that take today's supercomputers thousands of years to solve can be tackled in mere seconds. That's the power of quantum computing. If you're looking for an investment that could generate massive returns in the long run, IonQ is definitely worth considering. The quantum computing market is expected to grow exponentially in the coming years, and early investors in companies like IonQ could see substantial gains. But it's not just about the financial returns. Investing in IonQ means supporting a technology that could solve some of humanity's most pressing challenges. Their stock has shown promising growth, and with their continuous advancements in quantum technology, the future looks bright. Imagine being part of a groundbreaking journey that could redefine the technological landscape. It's not just an investment, it's a stake in the future. If you want to take your investing to the next level, Forecaster is the ultimate tool I trust to find incredible stocks like these. With its advanced algorithms and real-time data analysis, Forecaster helps you stay ahead of the curve. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, having the right tools can make all the difference. And when it comes to identifying game-changing opportunities, Forecaster is my go-to resource. Don't wait, try it for free today. Just click the link in the description with my code Galore10 for an exclusive 10% discount. This is your chance to gain access to powerful insights and make informed investment decisions. Don't miss out on this opportunity to elevate your investing strategy. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the future of quantum computing? Do you believe it will live up to the hype, or do you have reservations? Your insights and opinions are valuable, and I encourage you to share them. Do you think IonQ can live up to the hype? Let me know in the comments below. Whether you're optimistic or skeptical, every viewpoint adds value to the conversation. So don't hesitate to share your opinion. And if you want exclusive stock tips, in-depth analysis, real-time trade alerts, and free investing guides, join the Stocks Galore Patreon today and take your investing game to the next level. Our community is dedicated to providing you with the best resources and insights to help you succeed in the stock market. Our members there get full in-depth analysis on most of these stocks I mention here. This isn't just about getting tips, it's about understanding the market and making informed decisions. With our comprehensive analysis, you'll be well equipped to navigate the complexities of investing. Head over to patreon.com/stocksgalore and become part of our growing community of smart investors. By joining, you'll be taking a proactive step towards achieving your financial goals. Our community is here to support you every step of the way. Link is in the description. Don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more game-changing investment ideas. Your support helps us continue to bring you valuable content and insights. Until next time, stay informed, stay invested, and let's navigate the future of technology and finance together.